Hey everyone, I am going to be talking about the question of how important are the Bill of Rights in our free society, and I will be talking about two specific amendments that I think are extremely important in our society today. So first of all, just run down the Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments in the U.S. Constitution, and they serve as a kind of foundation for the freedoms that we get to experience as a free nation. And they protect our individual liberties and they limit government power, which is really important when we're thinking about living in a society that is considered to be free. One thing that I mentioned, or that I thought was important to mention that the book covered, was the fact that larger government policies tend to focus on the voice of the majority, whereas the Bill of Rights is really important because it focuses on the minority and gives a voice to maybe those who are easily forgotten or haven't been able to speak out because they're not part of that larger crowd. So a couple of the amendments that I wanted to talk about are the First Amendment, which is it protects our freedom of speech, religion, the press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. And in a free society, all of those things are really important. Thinking about being able to speak out when there is a grievance against the way our government is handling things, being able to practice religion in the way that we want to and not being forced to take part in something that we don't believe in, being able to express ourselves and not have fear of punishment or being fined, and then also the freedom of press, so being, events being reported and having freedom to speak out. So this First Amendment is a lot about using our voice and just how important that is. Thinking about living in a country where disagreeing with the government is considered wrong, and it could be something that could be punished by all sorts of things. That's something as Americans I don't think that we really even think about often because it's not something that we experience, but we definitely take for granted being able to speak out. And actually it's encouraged for us to speak out for the things that matter to us. This amendment, there are some limitations to this, so it doesn't mean that we can say anything at any time. I think slander was included as one of the things that was not permitted. And then I know there was an example given of someone not being able to yell fire in the middle of a large event or crowd and causing havoc and, chaos in that type of situation. Those things are not allowed. But generally, just being able to use our voices is a freedom that is part of these Bill of Rights. The Fourth Amendment is another important one. It gives us the freedom, or it guards us against against unreasonable searches and seizures, and that means that the government can't just come in and barge into our homes and search without probable cause or without a search warrant. And it protects our privacy against other people and the government. It reminds us that we're not supposed to be subjects of surveillance, but we're free citizens and we have rights. It plays a big part in digital privacy and how law enforcement interacts with the public, but there also are some caveats to this one, and it's something, as technology has grown, this is one that I think has had to have some discussions around it because our information is so easily accessed, and we are, in different places we're under surveillance so often. So I think this one is important because when we go back to the Bill of Rights and look and see what this says, it serves as a reminder that we need to make sure that we are staying within the guardrails here of the Fourth Amendment and protecting our privacy when it comes to just living and existing and not feeling like we're being watched or followed at all times. Hope you guys that made sense to you all, and I look forward to discussion.